All right. So today we're going to be looking at some pretty interesting
Yeah.
mindset makeovers.
Yeah, mindset makeovers. And I guess, when we say that,
Right.
people think of, self-help and that sort of thing, but we're talking about sort of taking it to another level here.
Yeah, more like the warrior monk,
Right.
peak performer kind of
Yeah, exactly.
mindset makeovers.
Exactly. So we're going to be looking at some strategies that might seem a bit unconventional at first glance, but I
Sure.
think they're going to be really interesting.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, it's not like we're all going to be, joining a monastery or anything like that,
Right.
but yeah, these are like practical things that we can actually apply.
Yeah. Yeah, and it starts with, the understanding that sometimes
Yeah.
external changes can lead to internal shifts.
Oh,
So like even something as simple as putting on a suit can make you feel more confident,
oh yeah, for sure.
ready to take on the boardroom.
Yeah.
But we're talking about taking that concept a step further.
Okay, so like what do you have in mind?
Well, imagine like shaving your head,
Whoa, okay.
not just as a style choice, but as a symbolic act,
Okay.
right?
Excellent.
Throughout history, warriors and monks have used this practice
Mm.
to shed their old identities, to let go of ego and vanity.
I mean, it's kind of like a rebirth, right?
Exactly. It's a way of saying, I'm ready to step into something new, something powerful.
Yeah, I can see that. I mean, I've never done it, but I
Yeah.
can see how it would be very symbolic
Yeah.
and powerful.
Yeah, absolutely. And for anyone who's concerned about hair loss,
Right.
it reframes the whole experience.
Right.
You're taking control, making a bold statement instead of feeling like you're losing something.
Right. Yeah, you're not you're not like a victim of circumstance.
Exactly.
You're choosing it.
Exactly. You're owning it.
Yeah. Okay, so we've symbolically shaved our heads.
Right.
We're ready for change.
Yeah.
What's next?
Let's talk about alter egos. And I'm not talking about putting on a mask or pretending to be someone you're not.
Right.
This is about tapping into a side of yourself that might be dormant, waiting to be activated.
So it's almost like accessing a different part of your personality that can help you achieve a specific goal.
Exactly. I mean, think about Beyonce's Sasha Fierce.
Yeah, that's a great example.
Right. Her stage persona allows her to tap into a level of confidence and power that might not be as accessible in her everyday life.
Right. Or Kobe Bryant's Black Mamba,
Oh, yeah.
mindset.
Perfect example.
Yeah.
That was a way for him to step into a zone of hyper-focus and intensity on the court.
Yeah, it's like they had this I don't know, it's got a mental shortcut to a different state of mind that helps them achieve a specific goal.
And the process of creating an alter ego is surprisingly structured.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it starts with identifying a clear goal. What do
Right.
you want to achieve?
Right.
Then you design this persona,
Wow.
give it a name, a backstory, maybe even a specific look.
So like get really creative with it.
Absolutely. It might sound silly, but these details help solidify the alter ego in your mind.
Okay.
And here's a key element.
Okay.
You need a trigger to activate it.
A trigger. Okay, so what would that look like?
It could be anything, a piece of music, a specific outfit,
Hmm.
even a phrase you repeat to yourself.
Okay.
Anything that helps you instantly shift into that alter ego mindset.
So I'm giving myself permission to be someone else almost, or
Yeah, well, it's not really someone else. It's still you.
Right.
It's just a different aspect of you.
right. Okay.
Right.
That makes
Yeah,
sense.
yeah.
Like you're giving yourself a superpower,
Yeah.
a way to access a different level of capability.
I like that. I like that a lot. I'm curious.
Yeah.
Do you have an alter ego?
Well, let's just say I have a deep work mode that involves noise canceling headphones,
Mm-hmm.
a specific playlist,
Right.
and a strict no interruptions policy.
Yeah.
What about you?
Well, I'll be honest with you. Mine is a blend of a fearless explorer.
And a hyper-focused scientist who's always on the lookout
I love it.
for new discoveries.
That's great.
But anyway, let's get back to this mindset makeover journey.
Okay.
So we've shaved our heads, we've created our alter egos.
Yes.
Where do we go from here?
Now it's time to explore the concepts of monk mode and war mode.
Ooh, okay, I like this.
These are two distinct approaches to productivity and personal growth,
Okay.
and understanding them can be a game changer.
All right. I'm intrigued. Lay it on me.
Okay, so let's start with monk mode.
Okay.
Imagine a monk retreating to a monastery, dedicating themselves to deep study and contemplation.
Yeah. Okay, so no distraction.
Exactly. In today's world, that might mean disconnecting from social media, silencing notifications, creating a clear boundary between your work and personal life.
Right, like really focusing on one thing.
Yeah, prioritizing depth over breadth.
Okay, I could see that.
It's a powerful strategy for those times when you need like laser-like focus to make significant
Yeah,
progress.
to really get stuff done.
Now let's contrast that with war mode.
War mode. Okay, that sounds a little very
Yeah,
intense.
a little more intense. Think of it as a time for action, for pushing your boundaries, embracing challenges.
So if monk mode is about stillness, war mode is about
Momentum,
momentum, yeah.
forward movement.
Okay.
It's about saying yes to opportunities that might feel a little daunting, stepping outside your comfort zone.
So embracing the chaos a little bit.
Yeah, embracing a certain level of chaos.
I like that because I think a lot of times we get stuck in this in-between state, right?
Yes.
So we're not really resting, we're not really pushing ourselves either.
You've just described limbo mode,
Limbo mode.
and it's a trap that can drain your energy and motivation.
Yeah, you're just kind of like waiting for something to happen.
Exactly. You're not making progress, but you're not recharging either.
So how do we break free from this limbo mode?
Well, it all comes down to being intentional.
Okay.
Ask yourself, what are my goals right now?
Right.
What do I need to achieve them?
Okay.
If you need to dive deep into a project, maybe monk mode is the answer. Right?
But if you're feeling stuck and need a jolt of energy, then war mode might be the way to go.
So it's really about understanding which mode is most effective at a given time.
Yeah, think of it like training for a marathon.
Okay.
You have periods of intense training followed by periods of rest and recovery.
Right.
Both are essential for reaching peak performance.
Yeah. Okay. So let's say I'm feeling that call to action. I want to shake things up. How do I activate this war mode?
It all starts with a bold move,
Okay.
something that disrupts your current routine and signals to your mind that you're ready for a change.
So like what kind of thing are we talking about?
It could be a dramatic change to your appearance, a commitment to a challenging goal, even a decision to step outside of a familiar environment.
So it has to be something significant.
Yeah, it needs to be something significant enough to create a real psychological shift.
Okay, so think back to that shaving your head idea.
Exactly.
It's got to be that level.
It doesn't have to be that drastic,
Okay.
but it needs to feel significant to you. Okay, so I've made that initial leap. What's next?
Remember those alter egos we talked about?
Yeah.
Now's the time to bring yours to life.
Okay.
Step into that persona, embrace those qualities that will help you navigate this period of challenge and growth.
All right, and then
Action, action.
war mode is all about momentum.
Right.
So don't get bogged down in overthinking or planning.
Just go for it.
Take that first step, then the next, and keep moving forward.
But how do we avoid burnout?
That's where the concept of cycles comes in.
Okay.
Set a time limit for your war mode phase,
Right.
maybe 2 or 3 months,
Okay.
and then intentionally transition
Yeah.
into a monk mode phase for recovery and reflection.
So it's like this ebb and flow
Precisely.
between intense action and then rest and integration.
And each time you cycle through these modes, you learn, you grow,
Yeah.
and you expand your capacity for both action and stillness.
I like that. I really like this idea of, cycling between the two. It's
Yeah.
like you're creating a rhythm almost
Exactly.
for growth. Yeah, a system that allows for both focused action and deep reflection.
Yeah, and you can adjust it.
Yeah,
Right.
exactly.
Like you were saying, it doesn't have to be.
Yeah, there's no one-size-fits-all approach.
Yeah. You kind of experiment and you see what works best.
Exactly.
You find what works best for you.
Yeah, it's like you're a scientist almost.
Yeah, I love that analogy.
Your own personal development.
It's all about taking ownership of your growth and designing a system that empowers you to reach your full potential.
This has been great.
Yeah.
I really like this whole idea of, starting with that kind of symbolic act of shaving your head
Yeah.
to the alter egos and then these monk and war modes.
It all boils down to this: you have the power to choose.
Right.
You can stay stuck in limbo mode,
Yeah.
or you can actively shape your own evolution.
We get to decide.
Exactly.
Yeah, and I think it's easy to feel like you're just, a victim of circumstance, but we
Right.
actually have a lot more agency than we realize. It's about recognizing those moments when you're feeling stuck or complacent and then making a conscious choice to shift gears.
And it can be small things, right?
Absolutely.
It doesn't have to be this big, huge change.
It could be as simple as changing your morning routine, committing to a new learning goal, or even just saying yes to something that scares you a little.
It all adds up.
Exactly. Those
Yeah.
small wins, those moments of courage and action that build momentum and create lasting transformation.
Yeah. So for everyone listening out there, I want to leave you with this question.
Okay.
What small symbolic change can you make today to signal to yourself that you're ready for a shift?
I love that.
What can you do to move out of limbo mode and into a state of intentional growth?
It's been such a pleasure exploring these concepts with you today.
Yeah, likewise.
I hope our listeners feel inspired and empowered to take charge of their own mindset makeovers.
And hey, if you do decide to shave your head,
Uh-huh.
as a symbol of your commitment to change, we want to see a picture.
Yeah.
But even more importantly, share with us those small but significant actions you're taking to create a life that truly reflects your potential.
Until next time, keep exploring, keep growing, and keep pushing those boundaries.
Thanks for joining us on this deep dive into the world of mindset makeovers.